Welcome back, Exiles. Today we're taking a look at the Druid in Path of Exile 2. This was one of the classes that was supposed to be in early access but unfortunately did not make the cut. So we are expecting Druid and the Huntress in the next big update or the next upcoming two classes. Now the Druid is my favorite of all the classes in PoE2. Like literally my YouTube logo is that of the Druid. That's just how hyped I am for this class. I just love the idea of morphing into different animals, just like going crazy, especially the bear, bro, which you're about to see right now. The bear is insane. Like, it just looks good, and for me, it just ticks all my boxes. So let's get it, bro. Druid in Path of Exile 2. Now, of course, this is an old video. I'm sure most of you guys have seen it, but if you just want to nerd out with me and react to the video, like, bro, stick around. Oh man, lightning storm. I was so sad when that skill was not in the game. Is it too loud? But look at this, it looks so good, like the runes on the back as well. It looks so good. Okay.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, one of the game directors on Path of Exile 2. In Path of Exile 2, you can pick from one of 12 character classes.
One of 12 character classes, so we only have 6 right now out of 12. That is insane. If you consider the skill gems that are coming, the support gems that are coming, the weapons, all my days, that's actually insane.
Character has a
Like it's half the amount of content that we're expecting, bro.
Today, we'd like to show off a character who specializes in strength and intelligence, the
The
Druid.
Druid. And this was before...
The Druid is a spellcaster.
Sorry guys, sorry. This was before WASD movement. As you can see, he can't walk backwards while facing the enemy. So I think that's one of the reasons why Druid did not make the cut for early access. Maybe they're trying to rework how like the bear moves backwards and all the other animals as well as the Huntress. So, you know, it kind of makes sense.
The fury of nature on the battlefield, a walking natural disaster.
Yeah, so it's themed around nature.
Get up close and you'll find out why the Druid also focuses on strength.
Strength and intelligence.
Several wild beasts. Today we want to show off the bear form.
Several wild beasts. That is crazy. Of course, we've only seen the bear. I think there's an old clip of the werewolf as well. So we only know 2 out of what, 7 or maybe 5 or 4 maybe? Like that's insane. That is insane.
Transformation in PoE 2 happens automatically when you use a bear attack.
Okay.
Use Bear Maul and your character will transform into a bear and do a meaty swing.
Ooh.
Use a spell and your character transforms back into a human and
Like,
jumps it.
it's so seamless, bro.
Hitting enemies with the Bear's Maul attack will build up rage, which increases your attack damage. So your bear gets stronger with every attack.
That's crazy.
You can see the glowing runes that indicate rage on your back.
The animations, bro, like, it just looks so good.
Have a lot of weak enemies to take out? This is where you probably want to break out your rampage. Let out a roar and stampede over all enemies in your path, slamming the ground with your paws.
Yeah, so stampede I think will be my rampage, sorry, will be my main, like, you know, mob clear. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm thinking of rampage, cast on melee stun, ice wall, because I know what ice wall can do with how my monk is cooking right now. So I'm thinking of like an ice themed bear. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Rage, and then the rage is consumed as you charge along. You can use Rampage by itself to travel a short distance, or do some mauling first to build up some rage and travel a significant
Okay,
distance.
so more will be needed for building up rage. Oh man, it's getting cooked.
Bear is big and strong. This isn't a pure strength class. You don't have as much armor as a warrior would have. In order to protect itself from larger packs, you might want to consider a skill like Furious Slam. This skill is all about stunning rather than damage, so it's quite useful if you're mobbed by smaller monsters and just need to get out of there.
And I think just in general as well, it's very important to have like overall good defenses in this game because, bro, the mobs hit hard, the uniques hit hard, and from right now armor is bad, but we're expecting an update to fix armor, so maybe it will be in a good state when Druid is released. But in general, you do want to have some really good defensive skills, which means running some spirit buffs like, you know, what's it called, Ghost Dance, Grim Feast, Wind Dancer, stuff like that. So hopefully by the time Druid is released, we won't have to rely on those for defenses.
Like any PoE2 character, you can always use a dodge roll to get out of danger, since the bear is the slowest of the Druid's forms. Making sure the dodge feels reliable and can get you out of any situation is paramount.
It's so
In animal
seamless.
form, your character instantly transforms back with no time penalty, so that you can get out of the way.
It's so
Even
seamless.
interrupt a mistimed transformation halfway through.
Mm.
Of course, doing this will mean you pay the slight time cost of having to transform back again, but it's certainly a lot better than dying.
For sure.
Something interesting about the skill is that it's faster to use if you're already standing up. If you're on all fours when you use Furious Slam, then the bear has to stand up first before slamming back down.
So you're gonna more Furious Slam. More Furious Slam. Okay, that makes sense.
Use Maul first, and the bear will stand up as you swing, which has no time penalty. Then follow up with Furious Slam, and your bear will quickly...
Just look at the stans, bro. He's getting stans so easily from that Furious Slam. So that meta skill cast on melee stun is gonna be very important on Druid, bro. Like the stun is just so good.
Slam down. Much more efficient.
The rage as well, the runes in the back. The small details, bro. Like that's one thing I like about Path of Exile 2, like GG. The small details, like it's... Okay, let me start glazing. So let me just reduce on the glaze, boys. I'm sorry. I just love this game so much. Yeah, like
Next up, I
no...
want to talk about Ferocious Roar. Ferocious Roar is a bear meta skill gem. It allows you to take any Warcry skill that another class like the Warrior might use, and allow you to use it as a bear.
So it's kind of like Hand of Chayola, which is a meta skill gem as well. You can put in curses in Hand of Chayola. Then you know, when you attack an enemy, you place the curse marks on that single enemy. So it's kind of the same with Ferocious Roar right here.
Take the Seismic Cry gem and socket it into Ferocious Roar.
So Seismic Cry is a skill that the warrior has right now, where you perform a war cry, then anything they do, you get like double slams or like, you know, an additional aftershock.
One war cry and use them all together, but let's just stick to one for now.
Enraged war cry support.
Seismic Cry pushes enemies back and has some stun chance, but the reason we want to use it is for a mechanic called Exerted Attacks.
Okay.
If there are any heavily stunned enemies in range of the war cry, then the next slam skill will be powered to do double the number of slams.
Ooh.
First, I use Furious Slam to stun these enemies. Next, I follow up with Seismic Cry and get the Exerted Attack. Then I slam again. See how 2 slams triggered?
This would be the combo for like mob clear if you're using Rampage with the bear. Like double aftershocks during Rampage, you'll be very strong, bro.
So, that's all well and good, but how about we try that again using Rampage? First, get a bit of rage. Slam to stun the enemies, Seismic Cry to get the Exert, and Rampage around with insane amounts of damage.
Now look at the damage he's taking though, like look at the damage he's taking during that Rampage.
First, get a bit of rage. Slam to stun the enemies, Seismic Cry to get the Exert, and then Rampage around.
Yeah, guys, I think we're gonna need a lot of armor on the bear. There's a lot of defenses. His strength and int, which is good, because int does have Grim Fist. It is Grim Fist based on scepters only. Yeah, he is int. He carries a scepter, so he can carry a wand or a thing or a staff. So I think Grim Fist would be good on him. But I think, man, I hope armor will be good at the time of release, because this does not look that great. I just hate dying in this game. Like dying just sucks.
How is he as a spellcaster? Now, of course, we want to maximize the amount of time you spend in your animal forms. So most of the spells targeted at the druid tend to be things that last a long time or provide tactical options on the battlefield. The first and probably simplest of these is Lightning Storm.
Yeah.
Cast it on the ground and you get an area where monsters are continuously struck by bolts of lightning.
Yeah, so sorry guys, sorry. So the idea of turning into a sorcerer and then casting a spell and then changing to a bear and going crazy, I think this is why it will matter a lot when it comes to your CC. So I don't think the bear will have good CC skills. So you rely on CC with your human form or your sorcery form, then transform to the bear, then do damage, I think. So there's a skill that I'll talk about later that we'll see, which I think will work well with the bear for crowd control.
Damage, but they shock monsters, which is a debuff.
Oh man, Lightning Storm. This is a skill I really wanted, man. I was thinking of cast on Shock Lightning Storm when I first started playing my Lightning Monk. So it sucked when this skill was not in the game. But I guess they are druid themed skills, so I guess we get them when the druid drops.
That's going to increase your damage, but as I mentioned before, the bear form of the druid could use some defenses as well.
Yeah.
The bear in particular is the slowest attacking of the druid's forms. He hits hard, but if he gets swarmed too much, it will result in your death.
Yeah. I think.
Tornado is so useful.
There we go. Tornado. Tornado is going to be so good for CC. Right? I think this is a skill that I'll go like hard on for CC, and it just looks good. It fits so well thematically with the idea of the druid. So I think adding overabundance on the tornado will be good to have two tornadoes at the same time. Have a lot of AoE as well, and increase duration to keep enemies stun locked. Right? I think it would be a good idea. Switch to druid and go crazy with rampage. I think that's what I'll go for.
Split up packs and deal with groups separately.
Yeah.
Or pin monsters in place and set up combos.
Like, look at this. It's kind of like freeze, right? And we all know how strong freeze is.
Big monsters much, so you can actually use it to separate a boss from its minions too.
Yeah, does not pull big monsters though, which sucks.
The druid also has the ability to summon animal companions. This is another really useful defense because wolves can take aggro from monsters away.
So cool, bro.
In addition, the wolves howl as they are summoned, putting a temporary debuff on enemies that makes them more vulnerable to critical strikes, and giving you a reason to resummon them in combat. Yeah,
so the wolves have a crit debuff, so maybe going high crit on the druid would be good if you plan on playing summon wolf, which I do, because come on, wolves as minions, sheesh, that is so sick. That is so sick. I wonder how many wolves you can have. So summon wolf is something I want to play as well. I wonder what other minion skills the druid will have. I hope he has a second bear as a skill, as a minion. Sorry.
The last druid spell we're going to talk about today is Volcano. You can cast it quickly like this, and it will spawn just a few projectiles.
Volcano is something else I wanted.
The button to channel it for longer, which will make it fire a whole bunch of projectiles when it spawns, doing a lot more damage.
Volcano is another skill I wanted because right now I'm playing Infernalist Witch, and I feel as though there aren't that many fire spells for the witch. I think Volcano could have been very strong with Infernalist because, you know, you have a volcano whilst your minions are going crazy, right? So it's crazy. And I think the big wolf minions, I don't know what they're called, but the skeletal brutes, I think they're called. They do stun, right? So maybe they can activate the volcanoes as well, which could have been a very good combo. Of course, it's just speculation.
Firing its little projectiles for a long time, so it's another good skill to cast before turning into a bear. Now, the reason you're going to want to turn into a bear after using volcano is that any slam near the volcano results in spewing out even more projectiles.
Look at the wolves going crazy, bro. Another thing I'm kind of concerned about is the druid has a ton of channel skills. And channel skills in this game are very slow. And like everything is just fast in this game, especially like boss fights and end game. So man, that's something I'm worried about. I don't think I'll dive deeper into channel skills a lot because they're just too slow, bro. I tried playing Incinerate on Witch, felt very slow. Ember Fusillade feels good, but it feels slow as well. So I don't know, bro. We'll see.
And if you thought that was a lot, then Rampage is even better because it does 2 slams every time it hits the ground.
Yeah, Rampage in the volcano. Yeah, so good. Nice, more build up rage, seismic cry. Boom, seismic cry.
If you've been paying attention, you might have realized this is going to be extra good with seismic cry, which we were using earlier to double the number of slams.
So 3 wolves?
So, first we're going to cast Volcano. Then Furious Slam till you stun something, Seismic Cry to get the double slams, then Rampage around while the volcano spews out a stupid number of projectiles.
Bro, like Rampage looks so
this combo
sick.
would have been even better if we'd remembered to cast our Lightning Storm first, but getting time for that seems tricky. It would also have been nice if the monsters were affected by the crit debuff that my wolves do when I first summon them. This is where some meta gems to automate some elements can come in handy.
Cast or channeling. Also missing this in the game.
While channeling. If we add Lightning Storm to the skill, we can cast it automatically while we channel a volcano as we set up our combo. Cast while channeling is an ongoing effect, so enabling the skill will cost us Spirit, which is a new resource in PoE 2 used specifically for these kinds of skills. If you look at the top left of the screen,
so
channel, you can see the energy building up to cast the Lightning Storm.
Okay, so I don't know if this will still be the same because we all know meta gems have been nerfed, like cast on freeze, cast on shock, they've been hit hard. So I don't think cast or channeling will be the same because it looks instant. Like whenever you channel a skill, your socketed skill, you know, activates as well. Like, is there no energy requirement? Like, are they different from cast on ignite, cast on shock and cast on freeze? Because it looks different. So this one again is something we'll have to wait for the devs to.
So long as we channel Volcano for long enough, the Lightning Storm will also be cast on the same targeted location.
Yeah, so as long as you cast the spell long
Currently,
enough.
Castspell channeling is active in reserving spirit in both our human and bear forms. This means that any channeling skills we use as a bear technically will also cast the Lightning Storm. We can actually do this with Rampage right now, but it's not the best because we would prefer to stack the Lightning Storm on top of our Volcano, rather than just casting it randomly as we're rampaging around. We're also unnecessarily reserving spirit in our bear form we could be using for something else. So let's fix that.
Okay.
I'm going to go into the skill options for the skill and disable it in my bear form. We showed at ExileCon how you could use skill options to control which weapon set to use when casting skills.
Yeah.
But you can also use the same interface to enable or disable which buffs you would like to have active in your different weapon sets too, without having to recast them all the time. And shapeshifting counts as a weapon set.
Shape-shifting counts as a weapon set. So there are weapon specific, like weapons. We talked about weapon swap. I've talked about that. It's active right now in the game, early access. You know, so you have to disable it to not consume spirit, also in bear form as well. Like, you know, makes sense.
And the spirit reservation goes away.
Yeah.
When I change back to a human again, it's back automatically.
It's only during a human form.
So now that we have some extra spirit available as a bear, why don't we make our life a little bit easier by automating one of our other skills? This is the cast on melee stun meta.
I want this so bad,
I'm
bro.
going to put summon wolf and cast on melee stun, so that whenever I stun a
This is what I want to do as well. Cast on melee stun, summon wolf, and the wolves, of course, apply a crit debuff. You know, so put a bunch of crit for my rampage as well. Then just go insane.
A number of enemies while I'm a bear, it will summon another wolf. This is great because usually when I'm stunning, it's because I'm about to do my exerted attack slam combo.
Yeah.
When wolves come out, they howl, adding the crit debuff to the monsters.
So good, so good.
It also helps keep my wolves alive and summoned at all times without me having to do it manually.
This also looks like a new area. We don't have this in the game right now. Maybe Act 4, Act 5? I think Act 4. Boom.
So, last but not least, let's talk about the skill tree. In ExileCon, we showed how you could dual spec your character so that different weapons can use different passives. Well, as I said before, the bear form counts as another weapon set for specialization purposes.
Yeah.
So he gets a tree too. If I open my passive tree, you can see how I'm near a melee damage cluster and a spell damage cluster. By holding shift, I can allocate these passives in my human form, and these ones as a bear. Now, when I change between human and bear form, my passives reallocate automatically.
This is something I haven't tried in this game. I'm not 100% confident on weapon swap. You know, I have to do a lot of research on this. But if I'm going to play the Druid, I'll have to learn how to do this. So I'll probably have to like start testing this out. Because it seems we'll have to dual spec into the bear side of skills and the sorcery side of skills, you know. So we'll see, we'll see.
And these ones as a bear. Now, when I change between human and bear form, my passives reallocate automatically. So, here we are at the Blind Beast. The goblins have enslaved a huge behemoth and gouged out its eyes. Now they're sending it in to fight you while they watch.
Boss fight. What have they done to this creature? Oof. Yeah, like bro, like the bosses in this game, you have to have fast hitting skills or very high damage hitting skills if you're slow. So I'm hoping my bear will be hella tanky, bro. Like this looks so sick, bro. Look at this. It just looks so good. This is before WASD, bro. Like holy shit. Oh my god, the blow for blow, bear more. There we go. See, I talked about channeling spells being too slow. Okay, gets a stun. Rampage on the volcano. Okay, that's some pretty good damage. Right, he got the stun, so he got Seismic Cry for the double aftershocks. Boom, right, there you go, Seismic Cry. Boom, boom, double aftershocks on the volcano. Like, that's a lot of skills though. You have the volcano, you have the lightning. You need the stun to get the Seismic Cry, double aftershocks and rampage just for that damage. With the monk, I'm simply placing the bell and flicker striking to do that same amount of damage. So you know what, you get what I'm saying, like so many combos just for that amount of damage, when with other classes, you press lesser buttons for that same amount of damage. Hopefully it's like a stronger skill we haven't seen of the Druid that hits hard. Boom, boom, wish, almost got one-shotted. Looks sick, but the animations, oh my goodness. The channel skills, bro, the channel skills, so slow. Boom, nice. Where are the wolves as well? I haven't seen any wolves being summoned here, right? He did get cast on melee stun. Oof. Okay, there's one wolf. Insta dead. Rip. No mana. Nice. Nice. So the volcano and rampage is a very good combo.
And there we have it. With a little bit of customization, we have a build that can combine many different active skills to do some really interesting effects. At the same time, your skill tree reconfigures automatically at the right time, and your buffs reconfigure automatically as well. You can even cast certain skills automatically.
My dog is going crazy.
We also haven't lost the dynamics of combat. Many skills interact with each other, and the ones you choose to use at any different moment depend a lot on what enemies you face or what situation you're in right at this moment. At just the right time, you might be able to combine all your skills in one crazy combo. Get some satisfying screen covering spam.
Oh yes. Yes.
These are just some of the skills targeted at the Druid in PoE 2. We didn't even show you the wolf form yet.
Barrel.
Play an experience, and we look forward to letting you guys try it out.
It looks so sick. It looks so sick. So there you have it, guys, the Druid. We're expecting the Druid in the next big update. Sorry for my dog in the background. My dog always goes crazy when I'm recording for some reason. So yeah, Druid will be the class I like heavily main and just like go crazy with a different amount of builds. Like I plan on just going nuts with Druid. I think I'll most likely start with, like I said, a freeze, like a Druid freeze with tornado, rampage, melee stuns and freezes. We'll see how it goes. I want to see all the other Druid skills, all the other Druid animal forms, of course. I'm hoping for like a were gorilla, bro, like a heavy gorilla or a heavy defensive focused, a form. The bear, of course, is not tanky as we saw. Maybe something that can be heavily tanky, switch to a form that's fast and quick. Just different variety of forms, of course, that can help the Druid in many different ways. So what do you guys think about the Druid? Are you excited about the Druid as I am, or you have your class already in the game? Of course, 6 out of 12 classes. Will you be playing Druid or Huntress when these classes drop? So thank you so much, Exile, for making it this far. If you're new, please consider subscribing and liking the video as well. It helps me out a lot as a small YouTuber. So thank you so much, guys, and as usual, stay sane, Exiles. GG.